Hi, Mamacitas. Welcome to Girl Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
We are virtual today because our girl is such a trooper. She is away in Texas and hopped on a virtual studio just to be here for all the Love Island reunion chatter.
So much to talk about, so little time.
So very little time. It is literally like 5 minutes after the reunion dropped when we're recording this. We are sat. I am in Jersey visiting my parents. My girlie is in Texas. She has surgery tomorrow, early ass in the morning. And she said, let me sit and record for my queens before I go to bed.
I got a lot to say.
I'm ready to say.
Jump right in.
Before we get to the Love Island reunion, I just want to say, like, it's really crazy to me how they did the reunion so quickly after the show. Like, even if it's been like this in the past, it feels kind of weird because they recorded this a couple weeks after everyone got out of the villa. Of course, everyone, when you're recording the reunion, is going to be happy together. Like, they just got out.
And then what's even worse is they take forever to edit it, so it comes out. It takes a long time to come out. It's
this was recorded 2 weeks ago. We've already had two couples at this point break up since this was recorded. And this show is edited literally in 24 hours for 60 episodes, and you can't drop the reunion in real time.
What they should have done is, by the way, since this filmed, these two couples broke up.
Yes.
So they probably stayed together until the reunion.
I know. I wonder if Love Island was pissed that there were like announcements. Well, not really announcements, but we all figured out because of the unfollows. Maya and Brian are no longer together, are winners, and Iris and Pepe, which really is devastating.
Pepe. I'm so disappointed in you.
I really did not expect Pepe to be this cheater.
How do you fumble freaking Iris? She is a queen. She's gorgeous.
Oh my God, she's so stunning. And I'm not worried about all that is to come for her, but this is devastating and it's so sad.
TJ.
I know, that's really funny.
They've been hanging out.
Oh my gosh, good
so
for
people
her.
are hinting, she has her nails done French, and I want to say he posted something where her nails look like they were in it. So
yeah, so people are trying to puzzle piece together that oh, that's Iris.
Mm-hmm.
So just to address quickly, there were rumors that Pepe cheated. Some girl proudly, I don't know why or how, came out and claimed it. She was like, oh, I slept with Pepe, and then and it's so weird because she's gone public and then private and public and private. I guess she's realizing she's getting a lot of hate and then she locks it down again. But sis, what are you doing?
Yeah, are we supposed to be good job? We love us some home wreckers.
No.
Amazing. Keep doing you, sis.
Truly out of control. I have no words for that woman. I have no words for Pepe. I think, you should go and hang out with Kenny.
For real.
People have unfollowed Pepe from the season.
It's a character thing. I feel like you're just moving so funny. It's just so fucked up.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank you to the girl. If this did happen, I feel like he didn't confirm or anything. But if this did happen, you did Iris a favor. That's what I meant for her.
And I wasn't buying into the rumors until I realized Iris and Pepe didn't follow each other. So okay, the rumors come out and then they're not following each other. And then all of a sudden, Amaya and Brian. And also, now let's get into the reunion. I thought it was kind of interesting, how it opened with, Brian's kind of, allegations of cheating. And the hosts, Andy, straight up asked him about the night at the bar. And you could see it. I don't know if it was, Amaya's defense, but she just started, giggling over it, laughing over it, too much.
She stood by her man. And I do agree with the fact that so much is going on. Social media is going to try and ruin things. Them going out. I feel like fans do too much. So maybe that was an innocent thing. Yeah, maybe he went out clubbing. Maybe he was too friendly. But
pouring drinks down these girls' throats is a little crazy.
And then asking Chris for his opinion, irrelevant. I don't give a shit what Chris. I was like, Chris, shut up. Every time Chris talked, shut up.
I want to say, like, just off the top, like, I feel like our girl Huda, like, she was so positive and such a light throughout. Like, even in the harsh moments, even in the parts where, like, she was not given, like, a favorable, like, compilation of clips or, like, whatever was
Hmm.
happening, she was kind of like, she had a positive attitude about it. She laughed it off. Like, she didn't let anything really get to her too deep.
Hmm.
And a lot of people were very, very bitter and nasty, like coming from a
Oh
different
yeah.
place. You can
And
tell she's at peace.
And I feel like Andy tried to like slide in there and was like, "Oh, you changed after a month." Like, yes, that is growth. She took accountability. We love Huda, but we've never said she was perfect. And the fact that she's like, I watch that back and I laugh because I'm working every
Yeah.
day to be a better person, as she should say. I thought she said the most perfect things.
I don't think anyone is perfect.
Hmm.
And obviously, watching back your actions is like, it's such a great way to be able to reflect and like
Hmm.
see it play. I even think that sometimes in our episodes, like I'll watch you and I going back and forth, and I'll be like, oh, wow, I feel like that came across like not how I meant it, or whatever it is. Like when you're able to look back at something and reflect, like you can really it's going to accelerate how you feel because sometimes like you'll remember something a little differently or you won't see all sides. So of course it's able to help her, and for him to just be like, oh, you were able to do all this changing in a month, like you could see like there were these like undertones of like them kind of not like, especially Andy not really being on her side.
They really tried. They tried her, but she did such a good job.
She
The only
did.
thing I found a little like meh was like when they were asking her about her relationship, and obviously everyone knows she's dating Louis, and
Right.
she couldn't talk. I was like, Netflix, shut up. Y'all take forever to freaking let the. If Perfect Match would have been out, if you guys would have hurried the hell up. So that part
Yeah.
I thought was
And
weird.
I guess we have to go back to the fact that this was filmed on August 11th or 12th, I believe. So it wasn't just filmed now. This was a
Hmm.
couple weeks ago. But again, they were on a red carpet. They were obviously hanging out. They were photographed. Like they were on live streams. Like there's no secret here whatsoever. I find it a little bit bizarre. Like, did they call her up and like say, like, you cannot say something? Because she made it seem like they had a conversation with her about it or sent her a warning.
And I thought it was funny when Andy was like, "Do they know this is the number one watch show?"
Yes.
I
But
was
you
like,
could
"Yeah,
see she almost felt like it was a weird vibe, but
yeah."
you could
We had
see
to
that
move on
she
from it.
almost felt weird too. Like she was like, I know, I'm sorry, but this is what I've been told.
Honestly, I think she should keep her relationship private. Everyone wants to just come and attack her. Even if she didn't want to speak on it, I feel like they should have respected that.
Yeah.
He's not on the show. There's nothing to talk about. It's not like he was someone that was on it. So I was like, you know what? I wanted the tea, but I'm okay to move on from this.
One of the first things that came up was like was asking like Huda and Chris, like how they are seeing each other, how they feel about each other. Huda's like, I'm great. I'm in a good place. Like, no hard
Positive.
feelings. Yeah. And Chris was like so nasty and bitter. It was insane.
I was like, what a loser. He's like, oh, my parents are happy things didn't work out. And then he's like, we could never be friends. And I'm like, you're so salty and childish. Shut the hell up.
It was
Go
so
be roommates with Brian and go live your life as a F boy. Like, I'm like, shut
literally,
up.
it was such a crazy thing to do to like just be like, you know what? We may not be close, but like we had great memories and thankful for my time. And like it is what it is. Like you could still be classy in your response. Like it was giving bitter, it was just giving childish. And he did go on a podcast that's like dropping, I feel like simultaneously on reunion day, where he's like dogging her.
And the podcast host is so distasteful too. I'm like,
Yes.
ugh,
That host was so nasty. Like she had a personal agenda and
she's not
she
getting any
couldn't
views from
wait.
me.
Yeah, like who are
Hmm.
you even? Like
Hmm.
please. I mean, honestly, that was really insane. I don't think we would ever do that regardless of who it is. Like she just like really was just bashing her straight up.
Yeah.
It
Honestly,
was
women that dog women like that, very insecure, very issues with yourself. I just feel like why? Why?
yeah.
She seemed like she had, I saw a little clip and it was like she has so much energy and hate towards her. And it's
Yeah.
like, that girl's not even thinking about you.
She was passionately like hating Huda, and she couldn't wait to like have Chris on to just like have a party where they freaking rip on another human, on this other woman. Like, that was actually crazy. And they're treating her like she did these insane things to him. Like, I found it rather interesting.
Honestly, I feel like this season did really bad with the guys. Like a lot of the guys are immature. Even Ace, the way he was acting, I was like, shut up and sit down. Jeremiah, shut up and sit down. Like all the guys, the only one that made me laugh, Austin was the only one that was making me laugh when he was like tapped out for 5 minutes.
Austin was like, wait, where am I? Like, he made me laugh, but he also made me like, get the fuck out. Like, please
I
go. You are giving, you
exactly.
gave nothing all season. You're giving nothing to the reunion. Like, just leave. Like, that was crazy. Like, they go, it's giving when you're called on in class and like, you have no idea what the
No
question
idea
is.
what's
And
going
that's
on. Yeah.
actually what he did. And it was insane.
The guys
Uh,
to me were either like babies, assholes, or like immature. Like there was like no in between.
I found it interesting too how like Shelly and Ace seemed bitter because they were like, oh, it seemed like people were punished for being in couples and this and that. And then it's like, you guys are saying that, but you guys were the ones who sent home Hannah and Jeremiah and like
Mhm.
moved that way throughout. So like it was very hypocritical in my opinion.
I'll tell you right now, Hannah's a way better person than I would have been. I would have been
Oh my
angry,
goodness.
then I would have cried. I would have been like Shelly. Are you kidding me? I don't even know if they're friends. I don't know if I've seen them hang out, but Shelly is not your friend. That girl was so quick to dump you. Everyone else was like, we got to save an OG. We should save
Yes.
Hannah. And Shelly
Yes.
was like, well, let's think about this. Me and Ace are like scheming. We're like ringleaders
Yeah.
here. We like are going to get to the end here. So we need to like, I'm telling you, I think her and Ace got together and was like, this is what we going to do.
It really shed light on the fact that Shelley was the ringleader in sending Hannah home. It seemed like in the beginning, when everyone was giving their takes, they were like, well, of course, the strongest couples are the ones that are safe. And then Shelley was like, hold on a second. Like, I don't think it should work like that. And it was really interesting because I feel like that became such a bigger like concept in the whole season that kind of ruined it, this idea of like everyone doing the experience of Love Island wrong by not exploring. And it's like that planted the seed, I feel like,
Mhm.
throughout the season, where there was this weird like perception that you had to be exploring in order to do it right, and like led to us not really even having any strong couples at the end.
Yeah, I feel like there was no strong couples and there was no real sisterhood. There was no real friendships. I think everyone's fucking fake. When
Yeah.
when they started talking about, with the whole Shelly, Alandria, how they felt that Huda didn't stick up for them afterwards, didn't release that video, I was like, hold on, hold on, hold on. You guys want her to release a video saying that you
Post.
guys weren't bullying her. Yeah, a post that you guys weren't bullying her, like, let's stop everything. But you guys didn't do the same thing. She was getting a lot of hate as well, too.
Totally.
Like,
She was
I'm just saying
getting
tit for tat.
she
Make it
was
make
getting
sense.
a lot of hate, and I've even seen people like come out and say like, even people who aren't fans of her be like, I don't even like Huda, but it's so interesting how it's become so accepted to hate her to such levels. And you could feel that throughout this too. Like, I feel like she was always the one like having to answer to a lot of what was said on the reunion,
Hmm.
and we didn't get to like dissect everybody else the way that we did her. And you could feel that like no one, especially the hosts, were not siding with her perspective at all. It was always, everything she said was like continuously challenged throughout.
Yes. I think she came in with the best, like, positive intention, apologizing, saying she could love people from a distance, whereas everyone else was more like came in there like had a plan. I don't care. I think there was a pact made. I think there was people on one side that was like, we're
Totally.
gonna bat for each other and that's that, and everyone else had to fend for themselves. So I'm proud of her. I'm really proud of her.
Let's talk about this whole quote unquote misunderstanding about bringing Chris back into the villa. So
I'm so happy they showed it.
yes, they showed an extended clip of Huda and Shelly's discussion about bringing Chris back into the villa. And Andy point blank asked Huda, like, what was said, and asked Shelly the same question. And Huda said, I said I was bringing him back for the both of us. I said, he's very into you. I'll bring him back so you can explore him. I also like him. I also want to see where that can go. I'm bringing him back for both of us. And like, obviously Ace is your strongest connection. So like you could still see where things go with Chris. I'm kind of interested in Chris. It's a win-win. And Andy turns to Shelly, what did you think the conversation was like? And Shelly's like, it wasn't really exactly that. Like, that's a simple answer, but really that wasn't it. So then roll the tapes. Word for word, Huda said what happened in the conversation with Shelly about Chris is what happened. It's exactly what Huda said she told Shelly. And it's so interesting how every time Shelly has to answer to these things, she just talks in circles. She's like, oh, like it was a misunderstanding, this, that, the other. No, you can't take accountability at all for anything on your part.
And the part that she mentioned that she was upset about was her saying that, you know, I'm coming to you and asking, but also I'm going to do it anyways, as she should. She's not there to make friends.
Yeah.
I think it was nice that she gave you the heads up that she said you can explore him too. She could have said, you know what, Ace is your number one. I just heard you say that. So I'm
Yeah.
going to explore Chris. I'm going to bring him
Yeah.
back for me. She could have said that and been totally valid. I
Yeah.
think she was way better. She gave grace. I just,
I
yeah, I
don't
think
understand how
Shelly.
Shelly can literally watch that clip and not be like, you know what? You did say you also wanted to explore him. Like, my bad. Obviously, feelings were involved. It's a high stress situation. Like, everything is amplified in there. I get where you were coming from. I also feel like my feelings were a little justified. And you know what? I would have more respect for her. I would have so much more respect for her. But it is continuously just like, we're putting Huda down. Huda is wrong. Shelly can do no wrong. She's
Mhm.
always right. She can't take any accountability. And it was crazy. We all just watched this whole thing play out. And I'm telling you, like, people may be like, because they're friends with Shelly, like defending her. Like, I would bet that anybody watching that was like, no, she's not really making sense. She continues to like talk in circles and say nothing. And it doesn't make you right.
I understand now why Sierra and Shelly are, or why Shelly continues to be friends with Sierra. She brought up Sierra, how Sierra was the only one that understood her side, that agreed that Huda was doing too much when she mentioned the bringing back Chris thing.
Yeah.
But it's also funny to me how much Olandra sticks up for Shelly, and I don't understand. Like you didn't like what Sierra posted when she was in Greece with the whole Nick thing,
Yeah.
but meanwhile, Shelly, who's your best friend, is like keying with her, making me like I don't understand why you bat for her so much.
Right, right. And she will, like, Shelly can do all of those things, but she has like Olandria, like on this leash where like she has to be on her side and she can't be friends with certain people. And like, you can tell that Olandria was like gutted kind of like from her friendship with Huda. And she even said, like, I love you to death
Hmm.
to Huda. And yet she's like, but it's basically like she's saying, I'm choosing Shelly.
100%. I think I don't understand it, but I do agree. Huda does not need to be friends with them, and they don't need to be friends with her.
Yeah. So then they also showed the heart rate challenge, and let's just get into it right now. It showed nothing.
Nothing,
Oh
nothing.
my God. Everybody stand up the fuck and apologize. Are
Freaking
you kidding me?
Chris's tongue was near your kitty cat. How is that any bad than Huda's ass by Ace's face?
And
How
it
is that?
wasn't even on his face. She did not sit on his face.
Nope,
Nothing sexual happened. It wasn't
nope.
that much longer. I was literally waiting because Andy
Oh,
even had them on Watch What Happens Live, had like, I'm pretty sure like Olandria and Nick and Amaya and Brian. And he was like, that was a big revelation for a lot of people, the heart rate challenge. It was such an anticlimactic moment. I was sitting there and I was like, did I miss something? Like everybody after was like, you see way too much. Like she did way too much. And I literally, my jaw was on the floor. I'm like, where? Please tell me. Like everyone in
I
there
was
was
like waiting for
clueless.
more. Yeah.
No,
When she's like,
truly.
"Up, done,"
And I
all
would
of a
have laughed with
sudden.
you and we would have been like, no, sis, that was crazy. Like, we'll give credit where it's due. Literally, we waited on this for nothing.
Mhm.
Absolutely nothing happened that we did not know about. And it was like seconds after like Shelly and Chris had gotten up. So like, what do you mean they stayed down there doing all this shit? Like, no, they didn't. The whole thing. I
Yep.
was baffled by it.
All I got from this reunion was I still don't like Shelly. I think
Yeah.
I think her personality, like she kept saying like, I accept your apology, but I would never be friends with you. And honestly, I do not want her to have a friendship with you. I do not. I see how you're a friend to Olandria. I do not wish that on her at
her,
all.
her favorite phrase is like, I accept your or thanks for your apology, but like she could never just like own her part in it. Even with the heart rate challenge, after they showed that it wasn't this big crazy thing that like we didn't see, it was literally what we had already seen. So there was nothing new there. And Shelly was asked, like, do you think you were justified in your actions? First, actually, let me roll it back. Huda was asked, do you think you went too far? This poor girl is like bullied into being like, yeah, you know what? Maybe it was a bit much. I shouldn't have gone so far. Like, I'll take accountability for that. I'm sorry I made you feel that way once again. Feeling everybody else's feelings, trying to understand their perspective. And she owned that, even though, to be honest, I didn't think that she needed to.
Hmm.
Then when Shelly is asked, do you think you were justified in your reaction after watching that? She goes, yeah, I am justified.
Yep.
To no one's surprise, she doesn't feel like anything was an overreaction, and she doesn't feel sorry or bad for Huda. And even one time that she had found the word, gathered the words in a moment in the least genuine like way possible, was just like, if you felt that way, I'm sorry. That's not how you apologize to somebody. Take accountability for your actions, not if you felt that way. I hate when people pull that shit.
And for one of the older women on the show, I feel like she's so immature. I'm like, just like
My
let go,
God.
let God, and move on.
Yeah,
Like, let's be
truly.
like I feel like it just they seem like they came in with so much hate, and it's like it's not worth it. Like, free yourself of this
Yes.
hate that you have.
I feel like Huda, you could just tell she was so calm during the reunion.
Happy.
She had totally like made peace with everything that happened, with her rights, with her wrongs, with her experience. And you could feel that like so many people were just bitter and came in
Yep.
with like hateful hearts. And
And
she
I
took
also
accountability
love
for more than what she should have, and nobody did the same.
the only thing that kind of came to light that I liked was she apologized to Hannah about
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Hannah,
Grayson.
Grayson? Grayson. Sorry about that. She apologized to Grayson about the whole stand on business, how she wrote the card
Yes.
and didn't say anything. So I thought that was great, and I saw that they kind of, talked about it already, moved on from it, and that's how I think all the conversations should go.
Grayson was so mature in her response. She watched it for what it was. She had no hate in her heart. She had a conversation. She shared how she felt. She heard how Huda felt. She accepted her apology. They both said that they, thought the world of each other. That was it. And that's
Hmm.
how a lot of this should have been handled. And I feel like Huda was prepared to do that with everyone, with Jeremiah, with Chris, with Shelly, with Olandria. And once again, like it wasn't reciprocated. And this is just why, like, we see her perspective. Like she owns her shit. And honestly, I need to like stress she owns her shit, yes, but like she's owning more than she needs to as well.
I agree.
Like, I don't think she's guilty of a lot of the things that she's taking accountability for. But what she's doing is she's hearing how other people are feeling, and she feels bad that they could have taken something a certain way, and she's owning it.
America wanted her to crash out so bad, but she
So
would
bad.
not. She was
Yeah.
mature.
And I think everything was like dramatized, like the way that Andy was like, oh, the heart rate challenge, there were big revelations. Absolutely nothing came out of that. Then they were like, oh, two girls cried. Like Hannah cried because of like being like watching why she was sent home. Who else cried? What other female cried?
Um, Alandria
Oh,
with
because
the
of the
whole,
bullying.
yeah.
I'm sorry, like it was denounced, and there was like I haven't seen more hate towards anyone but Huda. Like that's just how
Hmm.
I feel about it. It doesn't mean that they weren't getting hate. Olandria and Shelley do not deserve a lot of the hate that they were
No one
getting,
deserves the hate.
but
No one.
nobody deserved the hate that
Except
they were
Chris.
getting. And I think like I don't know that anybody else spoke out about the hate that Huda or other people were getting, but Huda did speak out about the hate that Shelly and Olandria were getting.
I wish they would have brought up the fact that Nick said on a podcast that Huda was isolated a lot, that she
Yeah.
was kind of bullied. So I'm confused. Why didn't they bring that up?
Yeah, and I think like even Huda saying she would post like if it bothered Alandria because I'm sure Huda felt like, hey, I did it in press, so like that was me making my statement,
Hmm.
and it was printed in magazines and things like that where she also denounced it, so it felt like that was handled in a sense, and I think like the friendship, okay, maybe not Shelly and Huda, but like the friendship that Huda had with Olandria, you would think like Olandria could have a conversation and be like, hey, you know what? It meant a lot to me when you said that you would make this post. And I would appreciate it if you followed through on that. And I think like that would have changed everything. Like, I don't think you need to like go silent on her and have her guessing why you dipped. And I understand that Shelly and Olandria may feel a type of way with like chatter online, but I think there's also a way to like ask, talk to Huda about it, but also remember that Huda is not the one saying these things about you.
It's not.
She
Hmm.
is not to
She
blame for
can't
like
control it.
this psychosis that has happened online. I think that's really crazy that like you can't pin these crazy internet trolls on anyone in the cast.
Yeah. I think it happens on both sides. Like no one can, but there's also a huge difference. See, I'm gonna kind of disagree. When Huda did her first interview, she talked about how much she loved Alandria. I think that was great. I was like, oh, cool. We saw that they were like all lovey-dovey, all
Yes.
friendly. She had that podcast come out,
Yes.
talk highly of her, and then out of nowhere, Alandria unfollows her, and there's this whole, and then we find out why later. But she did speak publicly about how much she loves her.
Yes,
So
and she
that part, I
did
was just
speak
like,
publicly to denounce the hate that the girls were getting.
and
So,
then you don't see Huda following all these hate accounts towards Olandra and Shelly.
right.
Meanwhile, you see freaking Shelly hanging out with people that talk shit
Yeah.
about her on podcasts, Ace doing the same thing. So it's like this, I don't understand. They're doing a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe Huda didn't do enough, but they're doing a lot more to not make it
Right.
better.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I feel like to me, it was a lot of like, I almost feel like deep down, Olandria's a little torn about it and upset. And I think that like, it's just kind of like, what it's Shelly's like little her terms, her decision, and like she's just gonna follow. And I
Hmm.
think like even with the Hannah conversation, we have seen like Sierra stand up for the decision and like take the brunt of like the fall for why Hannah was sent home and like justifying it. And you see, like, in that conversation, like, Sierra was rather emotional. Like, she still felt bad that she was like, they had to send anybody home. And you
Hmm.
just see, like, Shelly's stone face, like, no, I don't think we should play it like that. I think it should be Hannah. And, like, it's like, she has an interesting way of, like, letting everyone, like, do the work for her and make the statement. And, like, she just,
Sit
like,
back.
sits back.
Hmm. Yeah.
Even, like, with getting Huda to apologize to her, like, you come to me. And even when Huda apologized and took accountability, it was never enough. Like, it's like she could never look good or they could never leave it there. She had to just keep going, keep going. And you're just like talking in circles now, making this something it's not. And it was really frustrating to watch. And I just wish that the hosts would also intervene and say, but hey, what about when this happened, when Huda said this, or whatever it is?
Hmm.
She didn't have anyone on her side like speaking up like that.
But she defended herself. I feel like everything that they try to attack her on, she's like,
Yeah.
but then this, but I said that. And then they like
Yeah.
roll the clips, roll the clips. And then
It was
for
never
Shelly to
enough.
say roll the clips and it kind of backfired on her, I was like,
It
thank you for
backfired.
that.
And I feel like a lot of the girls have even come out and said like how nice Huda was. I loved hearing Bella like say such nice things. Like that was really, really very sweet. I'm kind of mad that they didn't like I mean, she's irrelevant, but like I wish they rolled the tapes on Andreina's lies
Mm,
because that was really ridiculous. Like she was like, oh, Huda was like slamming drawers, and you just see her like just push a drawer in, and
yeah.
like
I'm
you,
happy they didn't give her much screen time.
yeah, I am too. But it's like even how she like lied to Shelly about what Huda was saying, like twisting her words. I just thought, it's just really annoying. We did learn that Jeremiah and Bella are not together because there was a
Hmm.
lot of speculation about that. So that
Yep.
was one thing. Bella said she's just like, I'm just myself. I'm focusing on me, and it's not about me and somebody else. I'm just like focusing on myself. And
Yep.
then Jaden was super like oh, Austin is the worst. Like he's just
I was just like, what goes on in his brain? Like,
pretty much nothing. Pretty
he,
much.
he gives nothing but laughters, but like, we're laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah. No, literally. I mean, he just I don't know what even people see in him. Jaden is gorgeous. She looked amazing.
Oh, she's so
She
beautiful.
looked amazing.
Oh,
Can we talk about how amazing Iris looked too? Because when we were going over reunion looks, like we didn't discuss that, and Iris looked like a goddess.
she looked amazing.
Yeah,
Shelly looked amazing, but merp, that's how I feel about her.
I know. She always looks like Shelly's absolutely gorgeous. Like she's a
Yeah,
10 out
Shelly's
of
so cute.
10.
Personality
Alandria
just
looked gorgeous.
gorgeous.
Um,
Oh,
Nick
so
looked
beautiful.
good. Nick looks okay.
It annoys me.
Yeah, but you know what? Him and Huda, like, still, like, when he would say things, whatever, she was like giggling, like, I don't think he was like,
His one comment I didn't like when he's like, "Oh, I guess no one means what they say." Sit the fuck down and shut up.
oh,
You literally were dating a girl and then started dating her friend. Shut up.
yeah, no, literally. And like, that's rather hypocritical too, because like you said, you know, that Huda was bullied. So like now that doesn't apply, right?
Yeah, make it make sense. Yep.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I
But
think a lot of
yeah,
the women like just looked gorgeous.
gorgeous.
They didn't really give much to a lot of the other, and I get it. Like Taylor and Clark didn't have too much like going on there. I feel like Hannah and Charlie got more of a
But when
moment.
Taylor did open his mouth, it was to back up that Huda did too much during that
I
challenge.
know.
Shut
And I'm
up.
like, did you guys not just watch what I did? I can't, that's the part that like I really
I'm
can't get
telling you,
over.
they came in there with a pact. I'm like, oh, so you're part of the pact. Got it. Cool.
I want everybody who said that Huda sat on Ace's face to stand up. You
And
can still
show me.
go and
I want you
delete
to
your videos
pause
now.
it.
She sat on his face. Fucking where? Like seriously, where's your
I said,
apology?
I wish
Make
she did a lot more.
Shelly, make a post, okay?
Yep.
Make a post, okay?
Mm.
Like I literally can't. I'm trying to see like what other notes that I really had, and honestly, I don't know if I'm like over it, but I just feel like the reunion it was a little underwhelming.
Yeah, it was all things that like the heart rate challenge gave nothing. Um,
Yeah,
People that came in with attitudes, I knew they would. Um,
yeah.
Huda did a good job defending herself. Amaya and
Ugh,
Brian didn't get that much. I mean, they got some screen time. It was mostly
they
about,
really didn't get much.
yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't like I could have gone without
I went in there still like the people I don't like, I still do not like. I
nothing
was more
changed.
hopeful. I was more
Yeah.
hopeful for Olandria and Huda to kind of fix
Yep.
things, but I kind of already felt that it was already one-sided, and I was just like, okay, they're
Yeah.
not going to change their mind.
Yeah. Yeah, not much. I could have done without it. I feel like the
Hmm.
teaser made it seem like it was going to be more dramatic, and the things that like Andy was saying in the press, and it was just really didn't do much for me. But like,
Yeah.
you know, your girlies are here. We watched it. We're like, boom, virtually in different
Huda,
states. We'll
we're
get this out for
patiently
you.
waiting for you. Huda, like, we're
Yes.
patiently waiting for
Now
you
that
to
the
come on the
reunion
pod.
is over and you can do more interviews, sis, we will
Yes.
invite you. We have to the studio. Like we will cover your travel. Like we got you, sis. Like come see us, and you know we will
Amaya, if
always
you
be a
want to
safe
come on as
space.
well, Amaya can
Oh,
come on as
sis.
well.
Oh, sis. You know, I hate to say it, but like I'm not it's weird. Like I'm not too surprised with the Brian thing. Like, you know, they were very new. And, you know, seeing also what happened like when he came out and how he was like you the minute you get in a club, you're acting up a little bit. Like it wasn't my favorite thing when I heard how he wanted to live with some of the boys, like including Chris. I'm like, what is on your agenda? You live right by Amaya and you want to go across the country and live in LA. Like, so I was
Yeah.
kind of like looking at him a little bit like, are you looking for this relationship to blossom and whatever? But I think I was more surprised with Pepe and Iris than I was with Amaya and Brian.
So shocked. So shocked.
Yeah, I just felt like they were a great fit. I felt like they were mature and unproblematic. I really thought the world of Pepe, and I'm very sad about that. But I think Iris is just 12 out of 10 queen inside and out,
She'll
and
be okay.
she will be great. And like I just feel
Hmm.
bad for her, any of her suffering right now, but like the world is her oyster.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think anyone needs to be on Beyond the Villa.
No, no. No,
No,
I
thank
think we're
you.
good here. I mean, Huda, you can get your own show, like literally.
Yes. Call it Mamacita.
Mamacita. We had to be here. Had to watch it for our girl. We had to recap it for you guys. We appreciate all the love that we get. We see you guys tagging us everywhere, defending us in comments, like joining in. Like, we are so thankful for you guys for being on this ride with us, for doing this season side by side with us. We are always Team Huda, but also like, we will always like own things and say them how we see them. Like, if we think somebody was in the right for something else, like we're not here to like blindly follow anybody.
Yep.
But yeah, it was sad to see certain things in the reunion, and we wish like there was more owning on both sides and I would have more respect for certain people. But yeah, I mean, that's our take in a nutshell. Do you have anything else to add, my sis?
I would love to know everyone else's thoughts.
Yes.
Drop them in our comments. Let us know if you were overwhelmed, underwhelmed, thought it
Yeah.
could have been better. What did they miss? I want to talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yes. Well, we love you guys. Our girl Amanda needs to get in bed. She is having an early morning surgery. We are sending out positivity prayers, and we will be back soon. If our girly Amanda, she may need some time off. I may pop up with a guest or somebody, guest co-host, and maybe we'll take a week off. We'll keep you posted because we do have some guests lined up as well. So stay tuned, and we love you guys so much.
Love you guys. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe. We're also on TikTok and Instagram at girlplease_podcast. Bye, guys.
Bye.